I want to show you how to turn your closure wig to a fringe wig. In case you've been desiring to have a fringe wig but you don't want to buy new one, you can turn any of your closure wig to a fringe wig. So here is mine. Is a closure wig, and I had to turn it to a fringe because I really want to wear a fringe wig. So you start by cutting out some parts in front, just as you are seeing on the screen. Then if you have to stretch it or you have to bob it, whichever way you want to do it. So this one I bobbed it anyway. So after bobbing and stretching and doing all the areas, you can see how smooth, sleek it is. Then you come back to the front side that you have already taken out to turn to fringe. Yes, then when you get to that place, you have to brush it very well and comb it. Use your stick wax and apply on it very well, but please, it shouldn't be excess. As you apply on it, use your hair straightener to straighten it. Please, when you're straightening, don't do it straight. Like, don't drag the hair straightener to yourself. You bob it. Like, I will also make a video on how to bob wig, like make a very perfect bob wig. So when you stretch it like that, don't take the hair straightener to yourself. You take it to yourself a bit and then gradually bend your hand downwards. Then after doing that, just brush it. Make sure there is no excess hair or any flyaways. You make sure you comb it out very well. Then you will divide it into two and also stretch. Please just follow this video. Forget, my videographer wasn't doing a good job, but I know you can see what I'm trying to show you. Then you stretch it, divide it into two and stretch it batch by batch. As I know you understand what I mean. Please, if you have watched up to this point, help me and share this video. When you are cutting it, don't just cut it straight. As you can see how I'm doing my hand, that's how you cut it, so that it will not just be straight. You know, when it's straight like that, it looks like all this Miriam, all this olden days kind of hairstyle. So you have to cut it like by shifting the scissors up and down, so that it will have this thin mouth. You know, then when you're done with that, you do the second layer. Stretch it very well, brush it so that that part inside can close. Another way you can do it, you can also vent that line in front, but here it's not necessary. It wasn't necessary. Everything closed, every gap closed. So see the way I was cutting it. I was moving my scissors up and down, so that it will have that thin tips, so that it won't be blunt. The mouth won't be blunt. After that, you brush it again. Then you stretch the last one. You can trim it to any length you want. If you like long fringe, you can trim it long. Though I later trimmed it a bit because it was covering my eyes. You can trim it short. You can measure it and wear it to measure to know where the length should be. If it's a customer's own, you can wear it on the dummy and use your tape, measuring tape, to measure where you're supposed to reach without you wearing the wig. So please, if you have watched up to this point, please help me and share this video. Please, I'm begging you, help me and share this video. Help me and engage on my post, engage on my tutorial post. It will motivate me to drop more videos for you. You know, please follow my page, and also, yeah, continue engaging, and I'll continue dropping new and sweet tutorials. Please, I know if you have watched up to this point, you're interested in this tutorial, and I will make sure I drop new and beautiful tutorial that will help you in your salon work or in your personal, you know, life. Yes, as a body. Thank you so much for liking, engaging, and we are finally